A new and highly debated three-team trade proposal is making the rounds, suggesting a radical shakeup for the Golden State Warriors. The hypothetical deal would land the Warriors a high-potential, high-risk center, but it would come at the staggering cost of gutting their current rotation and trading away key young players and valuable depth. The proposed trade, first shared by Gabe on Fanspo, breaks down as follows. Golden State Warriors receive Robert Williams III, Matisse Thybulle, Ryan Rupert, and 2 second-round picks from Portland. Portland Trail Blazers receive Moses Moody, Tracy Jackson-Davis, Justin Champagny, and 1 second-round pick from Golden State. Washington Wizards receive Buddy Hield. The on-paper logic for the Warriors is to address their most glaring weakness, the lack of a true, defensive-minded starting center. Robert Williams III, when healthy, is an elite shot blocker and rebounder whose athleticism could anchor the defense and allow Draymond Green to play his more natural power forward position. The addition of Matisse Thybulle would also bring in an elite perimeter defender, theoretically bolstering the team on that end of the floor. However, a closer look reveals why this proposal is being met with widespread criticism. The deal is fraught with significant risks and strategic flaws for Golden State. As Jeremy Kruger of the Sporting News bluntly stated, this Warriors trade idea makes absolutely no sense. The primary concerns are twofold. First, there is the monumental injury risk. Robert Williams III has been plagued by injuries throughout his career, appearing in just 61 games over the last 3 seasons combined. Matisse Thybulle has also struggled with his own availability issues. The Warriors will be trading away reliable players for 2 assets who have proven they cannot consistently stay on the court. Second, the cost is simply too high. To make this deal happen, Golden State would sacrifice an immense amount of depth and future potential. They would lose Moses Moody, a developing guard poised for a larger role, Tracy Jackson-Davis, who provides dependable frontcourt minutes, and Buddy Hield, their best and most consistent bench scorer. Furthermore, Thybulle, for all his defensive prowess, is a major offensive liability in a system built on spacing and shooting, making him a questionable fit. This brings us to the clear verdict. This is a trade the Warriors should avoid at all costs. While the front office is undoubtedly looking for a solution at center, this specific proposal is a classic case of subtraction by addition. It sacrifices proven, reliable depth for 2 injury-prone, one-dimensional players. The potential reward is nowhere near high enough to justify the immense risk and the definite loss of key rotation pieces. The question for the Warriors isn't just whether they need a center, but what they're willing to give up to get one. Is it worth dismantling the bench and trading young talent for a player who may not even be available to play? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Ultimately, this trade proposal is a fascinating what if for online forums, but a logistical and strategic nightmare in reality. As Kruger aptly put it, the Warriors should absolutely stay away from this ridiculous trade idea. For a decade, they were the NBA's defining rivalry, LeBron James versus Stephen Curry. For consecutive NBA Finals matchups that captivated the basketball world and cemented their legacies as 2 of the greatest to ever play the game. Fans long fantasized about what would happen if these 2 titans ever joined forces. Now, in the twilight of their illustrious careers, that fantasy might be closer to reality than ever before. / A blockbuster trade proposal is making the rounds, one that would shatter the current NBA landscape and unite these legendary rivals in a final, epic quest for a championship. The proposed deal would send LeBron James and his son, Bronny James, to the Golden State Warriors in exchange for all-star forward Jimmy Butler. / At first glance, the idea seemed preposterous. Why would the Warriors trade away Jimmy Butler, a player who fits seamlessly after they acquired him at the trade deadline? And why would the Lakers ever trade LeBron James? The logic, however, becomes surprisingly sound when you examine the motivations of each franchise. / For the Golden State Warriors, the ultimate all-in. / The Warriors are in the business of winning championships, and their window with a prime Stephen Curry is closing. While Jimmy Butler is an elite player, LeBron James is a generational talent. Pairing James's unparalleled basketball IQ and physical dominance as a driver and playmaker with Curry's gravity-defying shooting would create an offensive paradox with no solution. How does a defense possibly account for the greatest scorer and the greatest shooter of all time on court together? Backslash. This isn't just a basketball move. It's a legacy move. The narrative of two career-long rivals joining forces will be one of the biggest stories in sports history. It's a gamble, trading a younger star for a 40-year-old LeBron, but it's a gamble on greatness with potential for an immeasurable payoff. Another NBA title and a story that will be told for decades. Backslash. For the Los Angeles Lakers. Embracing the future. Backslash. The Lakers' reality has shifted. The franchise now belongs to Luka Doncic. While LeBron and Luka are a formidable duo, the team's roster is holes and the timeline is split. LeBron wants to win his fifth ring now. The Lakers' front office, however, must build a sustainable contender around Doncic for the next decade. Backslash. This is where Jimmy Butler becomes a perfect piece. At 35, he's younger than LeBron and a better fit alongside a ball-dominant creator like Luka. Butler is an elite two-way player who can score, defend at a high level, and thrive without needing the ball in his hands constantly. He can mask some of Doncic's defensive deficiencies and provide the tough, veteran leadership the team needs. Backslash. This trade allows the Lakers to fully commit to the Luka era. They get a premier all-star who fits their new timeline perfectly, while also honoring LeBron's desire to compete for a title immediately. As LeBron's agent, Rich Paul, stated, LeBron values a realistic shot at winning it all. This trade would give him that shot, while setting the Lakers up for sustained success. Backslash. While LeBron has not formally demanded a trade, the writing is on the wall. The Lakers are building for the future, and LeBron is focused on the present. This proposal offers a stunningly logical solution for all parties involved, turning a long-held fan fantasy into a plausible, league-altering reality.